fantasy football family. Welcome to another edition of The Fantasy with SJT. If this is your first time tuning in and you don't know who we are, I am John, and my man to the main man in the middle, Tweez, and to my far right, Mr. Sean P, and we are The Fantasy with SJT. If you have not yet subscribed to our new YouTube channel, The Fantasy with SJT, make sure you do that. Also, hit that subscribe button on ItsNation TV as well. Make sure you guys get that extra episode that we give to you guys. ItsNation TV website. You'll see all the details that you can sign up for that. Get that extra episode. We go a little bit more in depth with our topics and everything like that. So make sure you guys do that. Also on IG, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you guys give that a follow. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Leave your comments in our post. Send us a DM if you have any fantasy football questions that you guys want us to answer. Or if you are on the live stream now, leave your questions in the live stream, and we'll try to get through those questions as we go along in the show. All right. Once again, we are The Fantasy with SJT, and we'll start off with our matchups of the week.
You know, hey, shout out that barber too. That nigga John got that Chris lineup. Hey, shout out to Barber Steve.
Hey, shout out Steve. Hey, Sean P put me on the Steve.
Hey,
you know,
so
that's
that
my
lineup
man
looking
now.
sharp.
That's my man. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, let's get into the matchups,
Also,
y'all.
first, can we just acknowledge the fact that we lost Young Dolph?
Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Young Dolph, man.
Yes.
Rest in peace,
Young Dolph,
for
man.
sure.
Tragic.
Rest in peace, man.
But yeah, let's get into these matchups.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're gonna get to the matchups. You know, I'm still going first. Got my first W since fucking week 1.
Jesus.
Week 1.
Sounds crazy.
Like week 1, the skies was the limit. I'm like, yeah, 1-0, put up 130. Like, yeah, my team about the ball. No. Week 2, Christian McCaffrey gets hurt. AJ Brown goes down, even though he's still a bitch. But yeah.
Damn.
I don't care, man. He had the depressing week again. Like, nothing. That's what he did. Tennessee's winning, but I mean, he produced like the 2 or 3 weeks before that. But this week he put up a dud again. Like, what are you doing? This is not the time in the season where you're putting up duds. This is where you're like excelling. Like you're letting people know that you're real.
Yeah.
But yeah, there go the matchup. Early on, I'm like, oh, this is about to be an easy win. You know, I had 2 players going at 1. I'm like, this is about to be an easy win. EK's team wasn't doing nothing out there. But then we get to, what was it, Monday night?
Monday night.
Pat Mahomes is going crazy. 36. Then he had Hunter Renfrow in there also. Put up 14. Had me scared. I'm like, even though I'm not going to make the playoffs, I want this fucking win. I need a win. I think I'm about to lose. Matt Gay kicks an extra point, not to like, what was it, end of the second quarter, he put me up. I'm like, all right. But I'm like, if he misses a field goal, I'm back down. Like, you know what I mean? He got a field goal late, but I'm going to shout out my man, Christian McCaffrey. He's back off an injury. That's the only guy I want to highlight. Like everybody else, Jalen Hurts was all right. Everybody, Keenan Allen was straight this week, but McCaffrey, I think every game he's played this season, except for the game he got hurt in, he had over 100 yards from scrimmage. The touchdowns aren't there right now, but he's a solid play. If you are looking in the playoff run and you kept Christian McCaffrey, you didn't trade him, you're happy right now because he's about to start feasting. But yeah, I got my win this week. I don't want to speak too much. I'm 2-8. I don't want to talk about no win, but I got my win this week. For all y'all out there, I got my win.
What did Keenan Allen have?
13.8. He was solid. He's been solid all year. Like, you know what I mean?
He did better than Mike Williams.
But oh yeah, it's back to the Keenan Allen show. Like back to the regular scheduled program with that offense. Like Mike Williams was good, looking sharp early on, but he's done. Back to Keenan Allen. Like I said, I got to win. I'm 2-8. No playoff hopes, but I'm trying to win out.
He's been playing horrible.
Like I think he's dealing with a knee injury though. He's boom or bust right now. Yeah, he's dealing with a knee injury.
I've seen the numbers have gone down significantly,
way down.
But you don't see that change.
No.
There's like 7.
I mean, I'm sure he'll have a game or 2 in there, but I just feel like the focal point of that offense right now is Austin Eckler and Keenan Allen right now. Like that's who Herbert is looking at in the pass game.
Saying don't rely on Mike Williams.
Do not rely on Mike Williams.
Don't rely.
You should have traded him 3 weeks ago. No bullshit.
All right. Who we got next? Tweet?
Yeah. I'll go next.
Tough. Tweed's been having some tough losses this year, man.
It's all good, man.
I think all your losses combined is like
15 points.
15 points.
Yeah, it's
Man, just stay.
fantasy,
You
man.
lose, you
Just
lose.
make the playoffs. That's all.
Swan is no stranger to tough losses.
Let's guys get through. Forget it. I mean, lost last week. Lost to shout out my man Ross. It's one of my good men. Lost to
Lost to a worthy competitor.
lost to some. Yeah, I mean,
he wasn't worthy this week, though. I
he
thought
wasn't,
Tweeds
though.
the
I
whole
thought-
week. I'm like,
yeah.
Tweeds has got this.
Yeah,
Like,
there was no way I should have lost that game. I mean, he had Ramondre Stevenson. He just went crazy. If you have Ramondre Stevenson in your lineup this week, Damian Harris handcuff, he's looking real good out there. I mean, I had some bright spots on my team. Don't get me wrong. Outside of my wide receiver position, I don't even want to touch on them. But like Mark Ingram filling in for AK, he did pretty well. I know Jonathan Taylor. He had 96 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. We were just discussing that. I mean, he's just Jonathan Taylor just being Jonathan Taylor right now. But I mean, so far, yeah, I mean, I don't really got too much to say. Y'all see it up there, 95.2. Cleveland Browns defense last week. I slept on the Patriots offense.
I mean,
They did him in.
-6 though. Like,
-6,
come on,
though,
man.
You could at least gave me 2.
Exactly.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's fantasy. You know, weekly, you don't know what you're gonna get. So, I take mine on the chin. Another week. I lost. Got to regroup. Get back to it. Keep your head up. Keep my head up.
Yeah.
Essentially. Set my lineups accordingly, and I gotta have fun. But it's not fun when you lose. I tell you that. It's not fun when you lose, especially when you.
Tell me about it. I lost 8 straight.
I mean, especially when you
Come on, man.
projecting to win. It's not fun at all.
Like
but
the playoff chances.
What do you mean? I'm projected to win like every week. Like every
I'm,
week, my team is projected like 113.
That's why I don't focus
Like-
on projections like that, man.
I mean,
You
yeah.
never know, like
it's more about just
Their guess is as good as yours.
Yeah, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I mean, Mark Ingram was projected like 4.7 a couple of weeks, and I was like, I don't understand. He had 18 points, but I mean, regardless, I feel like I'm gonna make the playoffs. I'm not gonna say it's a guarantee. Anything can happen from here on out. Right now, kind of irritated by this, honestly.
You sound like
you sound blown.
But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Took a L, regrouping this week. I got John this week. I'm in on my.
That's gonna be a tough.
Should,
You
but
average
should
110.
bounce
You
back.
average
You
110 a
like,
game.
my projections,
You're 6-4. It's like,
Even.
projections to win.
That's bad, man. That's bad, man.
Even 110.
That
So
sucks.
I mean, it's just that's management. I'm making terrible mistakes like before the game. I'm making terrible start and sit 'em decisions. But yeah,
We move.
that's it.
Yeah.
Bounce back week, man.
All right. We'll move on to John's matchup.
Let's get to this guy.
I mean, like, if Tweez would have played me this week, he would have beat me. I mean, it was a low
Yeah, that's not
scoring
how
week for me.
But
as
John,
well.
let me say something. Put where the 4-leaf clover at? Pull it out your sock, man.
Hey,
You got it this year, man.
the
You
right
got it this year,
matchup,
man.
the right matchup. I didn't put up the points that I needed to put up, but it was enough to come through with the victory. So I will say that 92.3 to 66.8.
Shit show for Steven.
It was just an ugly matchup, but I'll take the dub. I will take it. I'm not going to go back and forth about that. I mean, it was a win. 8-2 on the year. So yeah. But it wasn't really too many players that I can really highlight in this matchup here. I mean, I'll go with Cooper Kupp. I mean, with him, I mean, he's been consistent all year. 122 receiving yards, 11 receptions. So he still was able to get his work, even though Stafford had a bad night.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He was still able to do his thing.
That's
and
crazy.
Get the points.
That's crazy. I didn't know he had 120.
Stafford put up how many yards did Stafford throw for?
Who knows?
Like, what the
It wasn't-
fuck?
it wasn't-
240?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had half his
It-
yards.
122.
Like,
Definitely had.
God damn.
But he came through for me. Then the other guy I'll touch on is Dalvin Cook. I mean, with all this nonsense going on with him last week, he had a solid day. 94 rushing yards, got the touchdown, 3 receptions, 24 receiving yards. So we finished with a solid stat line. But I feel like I'm not getting the Dalvin Cook that Sean P had last year.
You're not. That Dalvin
not
Cook was
getting-
great.
I'm not getting that.
Touchdowns all day.
So
Like
I feel like I'm I traded for him.
like
I feel like I
something's
want more. I want more from him right now, and he's not delivering for me. But I feel like he's going to pick it up. It's just I just got to be patient.
Like he's getting the carry. He's been getting stuffed in the red zone.
Yeah,
like
he's
stuffed.
He's
on the
getting it.
1, 2. He's not going in.
His best season was definitely last year.
Yeah,
That's the
So,
best. it's
He was a
gonna
league winner.
Yeah.
Like I got him at 6.
get.
Like
Yeah. It's the best it's gonna get. Right there,
So
man.
Dalvin Cook, I mean, I can't complain. He had a solid stat line. He got in the end zone, but I need my team to pick it up. I mean, Tyler Lockett, he's boom or bust, like we always say. I mean, boom or bust. He didn't do what he needed to do, but I was still able to pull out the victory.
I would say this. From like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, your team is trending the wrong way.
Yeah, it's trending
Trending
the
the
wrong
wrong
way.
way,
It is.
man.
It is. I've been fortunate. I've just had the right matchups. That's it.
Right now, fantasy, when you're in the playoff race, that's just all about trends. Like leading up, like you need your players to start balling now. You need to make those solid pickups, those waiver wire pickups. Like you need to. This is crunch time.
Yeah,
And like
it's
you know what I
crunch
mean.
time. Like it, and like you could be like.
So
even
this
though
is
I'm
when the
eight-
management really like
Yeah.
gets like
even at 8-2, bruh, even at 8-2, like I'm not comfortable with this shit because all it takes is one bad performance from somebody in the playoffs and I could lose. Like I like now I'm thinking of playoffs now because I'm pretty sure I should
you're
make
there.
it.
You're there.
I should make
I
it,
think you're already in.
8 wins.
but
There's no way.
but
How many games you play?
are left?
it's like
14.
we got a couple. Yeah.
So the worst you can finish.
four
is
more
8-6.
games left. Yeah, 4 more
So
games.
you're in the playoffs. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
8
I
and 6
should.
gets you in the playoffs.
I
Oh,
should
Like,
be.
You're gonna be in
and
the
you got the
playoffs.
points. 100%
Yeah,
you're in
you
the
definitely got
playoffs.
the points.
You're in the
You got
playoffs.
So
tiebreakers for sure.
we'll see.
Nah, you're
I'm
not
not
gonna
speaking
score
too
no more points
soon.
for the
I'm not
rest of the
speaking too
year.
soon on that, but it's still is. You never know.
You're not settled. You don't.
I'm
feel
not
comfortable.
because I know what it is. Like you could be undefeated and go to the playoffs and lose the first week if your matchups ain't right. So, but we'll see what happens.
I mean,
But-
you got Dalvin Cook, Eckler.
Yeah,
Cup,
overall, I got
like-
the dub. We ain't gonna touch too much on it. I mean, well, we did touch a little bit on it, but I got the dub, and that's all that matters at the end of the day.
Good
So
win, man. Good win.
Yeah,
Good win,
so-
fellas.
we'll keep it moving. We'll get into our rankings for the week. So let's go ahead. Quarterbacks. Let's get into the quarterbacks.
No, it's not me.
And I think that's me. See, I always do that shit.
Head
man.
ass.
It's like, okay. Let's get into the QBs, man. Let's put them up there. All right. I got 15. You know, I didn't go overboard this week. Sometimes I put 20 up there. You know, all right, but we,
32.
but we got it at 15 this week. All right, but I'm trying to give y'all a little bit more. Y'all should appreciate this shit, man.
I'm not mad.
All right, but 15, I got Mac Jones coming in Thursday night. They're going against Atlanta. I feel like this week, Mac Jones, this is going to be his best fantasy football performance. Just Atlanta's defense hasn't been great. We saw what Dak was able to do against them. Not saying that Mac Jones is Dak Prescott, no, but I'm starting to see Mac Jones he's starting to throw a little bit more. He's getting a little bit more comfortable back there. I mean, Henry's been balling. We're seeing Kendrick Bourne get more involved. He's starting to take a leadership role in that wide receiver position. So I feel like this is a game where if he's going to pop, this is going to be the game for him to do it. So Mac Jones on Thursday night against Atlanta, I'm all for that. If you have a guy like Stafford out, this could be a guy that you can pick up and plug in. All right, Derek Carr going against Cincinnati, even though they haven't been looking good the past couple of weeks that they've been playing, he's still throwing that thing out there. So if you need a dart throw, Derek Carr could be your guy. 13, Kirk Cousins going against Green Bay. Could possibly be a shootout game. It's in Minnesota, so they're gonna be in the dome. So this could be something that you could plug in Kirk Cousins. I mean, he hasn't been a great start in the past couple of weeks, but he's a solid guy. You know, you're not going to get a single digit, performance from him. So Kirk Cousins, I feel like this could be a game where he could have a solid week. So I would proceed with caution with him, but if you need to start him, go ahead and do that. Jalen Hurts, the garbage man, we already know.
Damn, you got Hurts at 12?
Got him at 12.
That's disrespect, bro. He's the number 2 quarterback
Going
right now in
against-
fantasy, bro.
Going against
He's the number 2 quarterback in fantasy. You know that,
Yeah,
right?
he is.
So why you got him at 12?
I dropped him down. I dropped him down.
Not the last couple of weeks. He's been looking.
I like New Orleans.
They won.
I like New Orleans defense.
Yeah, in the week before they
That's
won.
the main reason. The main reason why I dropped them because of the team that they're playing. They're playing New Orleans defense. They've been picking it up. They've been
against the
playing solid.
run.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We know Jalen Hurts runs as well. We know we can
I
say
don't
that.
know, bro.
Devonta
disrespect.
Smith had 20 fantasy points, so he got Devonta out the way, but that's not happening again this week.
But you got the number 2 fantasy, number 2 at 12.
Hey,
You're not even in the top 10.
John, this is my
That's
this is
disrespect,
my
bro.
lineup, though, man, right here, man. Hey.
Yeah, you got to explain yourself on that, bro. He's number 2.
I told you what the reason why is because they're going against one of the best defenses in the league, and I don't feel like he's going to be better than the guys that I have ahead of him.
All right.
That being, you talk about Ryan Tannehill going against Houston, Russell Wilson against Arizona, Joe Burrow.
You got Ryan
Vegas.
Tannehill.
I don't
over
have
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill's going to throw the ball against Houston Texans. So
This
yes,
is-
I have him again.
He's going to have to throw the ball. Why?
He's going. What
They're
do you
about to
mean?
be up.
Who's running the ball back there?
Running the ball.
Who's running the ball?
AP.
Dante Freeman?
Deontay
Foreman.
Deontay
I
Freeman.
got a bold
Deontay
prediction for
Foreman?
y'all later, too. But yeah.
Man, nah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
nigga.
I'm not a
Let's
believer
go.
in that.
All right.
Now, if Derrick
Oh.
Henry was in the backfield,
You had to throw the
it'd have been
ball.
different. But Jalen Hurts, like I said, I mean, if
Cam's
he's
not
gonna
trying
put up a solid stat line, it's gonna be in garbage time. Because even with them not having a quarterback right
garbage
now,
time? You don't think the Eagles are going to be in this game?
no, I don't.
So you
I
think it's
don't.
about to be a blowout with Trevor Siemian in
Trevor
there?
Hey, look, last week Trevor
This is
Siemian
not Drew Brees, bro.
Trevor Siemian put up over 300 yards last week, so we can't slouch about it against Tennessee Titans. He did.
Okay.
Let's not dismiss that.
We need a bet.
Siemian is
We need a bet.
a serviceable quarterback.
Make a bet.
And they're going against
You pick the bet, bro. I can't
But-
have
but-
it. The number 2 fantasy quarterback overall is 12.
I would say Jalen Hurts does not make top 10 quarterback.
Because he's number 2 in fantasy. If he
won't-
wasn't my
he
quarterback, I
won't
would say
crack-
the same
He
thing.
won't crack the top 10 this week.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, he will not crack the top 10 quarterback rankings. I mean, after
Over the guys that you have on there, not like over the guys that you have in there.
he's 12 on my list. So that
And he will finish higher
I'm saying he'll finish. He will not finish better than 11. That's what I'm saying
on the list that you have.
on the list that I have.
Okay.
All right. So you
You're saying he won't finish higher than
I'm
these
saying-
guys?
I'm saying he's going to be in the top 10.
You're saying he won't finish higher than these guys?
Yes,
Or
after the
just
scoring,
top 10?
after the scoring. No, not top 10 overall in fantasy. No, I'm not going to give him that.
Higher
why,
than
why,
these
why can't
guys.
you give me that?
Because that's your list. You put him on your list. The guys that you have in front of
So
him,
what you're
I
saying-
guarantee he finishes in the top 10 in
But
that list.
That's not a fair bet, bro. Because
How?
all it takes is for one person not to do what they need to do in that top 11, and you're going to win the bet. That doesn't make no.
All right,
damn
Jalen Hurts
sense.
finished top 10 quarterback.
I'll take that. He
Okay.
will not be a top 10 quarterback this week.
Well, we bet money.
What you want to bet?
We bet $10.
All right, we make that bet. We make that bet. We make that bet.
Come on, man.
But
All right.
You disrespecting my man
let's
like
let's
that, bro.
let's keep it moving. Let's go. Ryan Tannehill. I talked about him going against Houston, one of the worst pass defenses in the league. He's going to have to throw the ball a little bit more. You know, they don't have Derrick Henry out there, so this is going to force him to have to throw the ball. But Tannehill has done that. He's done that. I mean, Marcus Johnson, he exploded. He had 100 receiving yards, had a 50-yard catch, and he's starting to show. I've always believed that Tannehill could throw the football. He just hadn't had many opportunities to do that with Derrick Henry in the backfield, them force feeding Derrick Henry. This week, I feel like he's going to have to do that a little bit more because the running back situation there in Tennessee isn't great. So Tannehill this week, he's definitely going to crack top 10. This is one that I'm confident he's going to be a top 10 quarterback this week, Ryan Tannehill, and he could possibly be in your on your waivers. So if you need a quarterback, this could be a perfect quarterback to plug into your lineup, and he can do some damage for you and get you through the week. All right. Russell Wilson at number 9, going against Arizona, had a bad week coming back off the injury. Really, he's back earlier than what he should be, but I feel like this week going against Arizona, he's going to get things going. Tyler Lockett, I can see a big week from him. He got targeted 8 times. So he's still throwing the ball down the field. But Russell Wilson, the first week back, I got to cut him some slack on that. But this week going against Arizona, I can see him picking up where he left off before he got hurt, and I can see him doing this thing. So number 9, Russell Wilson, in my rankings. Joe Burrow coming off the bye, going against Vegas. We've seen what Patrick Mahomes did, 5 touchdowns. Not saying that Joe Burrow is going to do what Mahomes did, but Joe Burrow has been a solid QB in fantasy. He has been, and going against Vegas, this could be a matchup right here where he could have a good week. So I like it. I'm all for T. Higgins, Chase, Jamar Chase, and might see Boyd get involved in this game. We'll see, but
yeah, I think Joe Burrow might finish top 5 this week.
Yeah, but Joe Burrow, yes, I could agree with that as well. It could be a potential top 5.
I see him finishing top 5.
So I mean, he's not in your waivers. I mean, people have Joe Burrow, but he's a guy that I feel like is going to have a solid week this week. But let's go ahead and get the rest of the list up there. Aaron Rodgers against Minnesota. Came back last week, a day before he came back Saturday, joined the team, and so he really didn't have a practice. He didn't really practice that week prior due to the COVID protocols and all that. But this week they're going against Minnesota, one of the worst defenses against the pass. They just haven't been able to get right. And it's Aaron Rodgers, so this could be a great week for him. That he doesn't have Aaron Jones back there. AJ Dillon will get his carries, will get his touches, but I could see this being a Aaron Jones to Devonta Adams type of week here. And Devonta Adams, he torches Minnesota every time he plays. For some reason, he gets the best of them, man. And this is just this is a great week for Aaron Rodgers to be in your starting lineup. So
I bet you another $10 that Jalen Hurts finishes higher than Aaron Rodgers.
All right.
The fuck out of here.
What is it? 26 minutes? All right, that's perfect. 26 minutes to make sure I can go back and see that. All right.
Log that.
But now, Kyler Murray at number 6. This is barring if he plays. I mean, there's still questions of he's going to even play in this game. But going against Seattle, I can see this being a potential game where there's a lot of scoring involved. So Kyler Murray, if he does play, I have him at number 6 on my list. Lamar Jackson against the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears they're not great. I mean, they've been good defensively the past couple of years, but this year it just hasn't been great. Fields hasn't been great as well. He's getting it together, but Lamar Jackson in this game, I feel like he's going to be Kyler better, man. James, get out of here with that bullshit. All right.
Is Kyler supposed to not play?
Kyler better. He has Kyler Murray in he's in another league that I'm in.
Is there questions?
He's in another league. He traded Kyler Murray he traded for Kyler Murray and he gave up Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm not asking about his team. I'm asking if Kyler Murray is supposed to be back this week.
That's still in question.
Okay.
That's still in question.
Did he practice today?
Sure
No.
if he's going to be back.
I'm not sure if he practiced.
But it's if he does play, I have him up there. But Lamar Jackson, I feel like he's gonna have a good week. He's gonna have a good week. He had a solid week this past. I mean, oh my God!
Stop it! Hey, stop it! Josh Rosen might be the worst top 10 quarterback.
James, we're not gonna do that on this show, man.
You get A-Rob the ball.
We're not gonna do that on this show, bro.
You get A-Rob
We're not
the
gonna do
fuck.
that, bro. Nah, don't even do it. All right, let's get back into the list. All right. On to Tom Brady at number 4, going against the Giants. I feel like Tom Brady gets right this week. He's been a little bit off. I mean, he lost to the Washington football team, my beloved Washington football team. We got the dub, but he's going to bounce back this week. Dak Prescott going against Kansas City. It's going to be a shootout. So high scoring week. I feel like this is the game of the week here. A lot of scoring. I feel like Mahomes keeps it going. I say he has 4+ TDs in this game. So Dak's going to have to match that, and I feel like he will. So
and Mahomes, remember, talk about Mahomes. Is he going to be top 10? Niggas at number 1 now. No, stop it.
More than anything.
Damn,
Stop it.
jumped ahead.
I've been waiting to see you for this.
I was getting
I've
there.
been waiting for this.
You cannot put him back at number 1.
I've been waiting to see you for this, bro.
You put him back at number 1?
Yeah, I did.
Because I wasn't saying this.
Back at number
He
1?
wasn't saying he wasn't.
Yeah.
All we had to do
Nah.
was prove it again. Like, we needed a 5-touchdown game.
Best quarterback in the league.
Mahomes.
He's worth every penny.
Mahomes is
What?
back. He is back.
No, he's about to struggle this week. I'm
He's
telling y'all.
back.
You heard
Mahomes
it?
is back.
I've been waiting for that.
He's about to struggle this week. Watch. He's
All right,
going to struggle against Dallas
Sean,
this
you
week,
against
bro.
a lot of shit on this. All right, I mean,
You gonna
Oh.
struggle against Dallas?
Nah, that Jalen Hurts shit is fucking disrespectful, bro.
oh man.
I bet you
All right,
he finishes higher than Jalen Hurts.
Oh, Pat Mahomes? Come on. I'm not making
But you
that
say he's
bet.
gonna struggle.
But
I'm
yeah,
not making that bet,
that
bro.
shootout with Dak
That makes no
Prescott,
sense.
I got Dak up there.
Stop.
I really
He's gonna
question-
struggle and still finish higher than Jalen Hurts. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? You say he's gonna struggle. What's struggling? 3 touchdowns? What do you
He's
want?
not going to throw 3 tugs. But I'm not making that bet. But I'm just going to say it just so y'all hear it first
Come on,
for
bro.
me when he struggles. When he struggles. But
He-
having the number 2 fantasy quarterback at number 12 is disrespectful, bro. I don't care what no one says.
It is
Man.
low. I'm not going to
Like, that's
it's low.
disrespectful,
It's
bro.
low. It's
man,
low.
it's the garbage.
I'm
It is-
low
we
as
are
fuck,
talking
bro.
about.
It's low.
Why we were talking about the garbage, man.
He's number 2 for a reason.
Yeah, but he got a lot of that in the garbage time.
It doesn't matter.
how many
He's
of-
getting it.
Okay, all right, but you're not saying okay. You're saying we're pretty much that New Orleans defense is going to allow him to have
His
a
first
top
game
10
last year,
performance.
he put up like 20 against New Orleans. You know what I mean, like
When you say that happened,
But now this year is
but
number
now
2.
he's
He's number
Wait,
2.
when did you say that happened?
bro, New Orleans defense just let who you like, Ryan Tannehill or you like Jalen Hurts?
I'm taking Tannehill over Jalen Hurts.
Come on,
I
bro.
don't like it, man.
going against Houston.
You just
Daniel
respected
Jones
it.
put up like 20 against that defense.
Man, Tweezy, you want to get involved in the bet? You can, man.
Hey.
I will bet you that.
I'm not.
I'll bet you that Ryan Tannehill has a better fantasy performance than Jalen Hurts. I will bet you that.
I'm not gonna bet that, bro.
All right, okay.
But I will tell you that he's not. I'm not gonna bet you that. I'm not gonna bet you, but I'm gonna just take the high road here.
All right.
I'm gonna just say that he's not, man.
All right. Well,
But because Ryan Tannehill, I don't think that he has a.
Nah,
He's
bro.
not. If play breaks down, he had 5 carries, 1 yard, 1 touchdown. That he had 18 fantasy points. Without that touchdown, if that touchdown goes to Deontay Foreman, he has 12 fantasy points. Like that's
He's been
big.
doing that 12 all year.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what we had last week.
like you've been
I mean, I'm not
struggling.
I'm not saying that Ryan Tannehill's not gonna have a good day. I'm saying Ryan Tannehill is not gonna have to do
y'all
more
are
for
real
his team
confident
than Jalen
in
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
He's the number
what
2.
We're seeing. We're seeing confidence in Jalen Hurts right now.
As a fantasy quarterback, yes.
Yes, bro.
Like,
He's
in
number 2.
guard-
exactly. Like you acting like he's number 10. He's number 2.
Yeah, okay, he's number 2.
That's an interesting.
Only one person has more fantasy points as a quarterback than Jalen Hurts.
So who is
I don't
Jalen
even
Hurts
think it's
throwing
Tom
to out
anymore.
there
I
against New Orleans?
don't even think it's Tom anymore.
Who is he throwing against New Orleans? He's not throwing to Devontae Smith. He's going to be shut down by Lattimore, right?
He's not following.
Who else?
He's not about to follow that.
So who's Ryan Tannehill throwing to against New Orleans?
AJ Brown? What you mean?
What did he do?
A.J.
Nothing.
Brown do?
Nothing.
Marcus Johnson?
Okay.
He's better than Devontae
Wait,
Smith. Jalen Rager?
But who they're going against Houston? Who's covering AJ Brown? Really?
Whoever was.
Yeah. He said he ain't throwing. He's running. Thank you.
AJ Brown is
It's
about
fantasy, bro.
AJ Brown is about to have a big week. AJ Brown could potentially be top 5 wide receiver this week.
I agree.
Oh, he might be in my top.
Dude.
I don't know, but yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. But if you're gonna have AJ Brown in your top 5, then
That doesn't mean
why Tannehill can't do
hold
work?
on. We just had something.
Why-
Somebody.
Cooper Cup just.
Yes.
Cooper Cup
Cooper
just
Cup
caught
has 17.
11 for 122. Matt
And-
Stafford's probably quarterback
80.
80 this week.
Come on, bro.
Like 17
Yeah,
this week.
yeah, I'm about to
bro.
say.
It don't match up.
Get out of here.
What did Cooper Cup finish with? Was he top 5 quarterback? Top
11 for 122.
If he
wide
would've
receiver?
if he would have scored a touchdown.
But was he top 5 wide receiver? Was he a top 5 wide receiver this
But
past week?
AJ Brown's
he
not
wasn't.
guaranteed
You
to be
tell
top
us.
5.
You tell us.
He wasn't.
How
I'm
many
pretty
fantasy
sure
points? Yeah, 17.
he didn't do better than Deebo.
How many fantasy points did he have?
He had 17. Half
0.7.
point PPR.
17.7.
17.7.
half point. So you gotta go. So he had like 22. He had like 22, 23.
He's definitely top
Yeah,
five.
yeah. So he had 5 more points. So yeah, he had 11 catches. Come on, bro. And Matthew Stafford in full PPR, which doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Was probably quarterback 18 this week or some shit.
Nah, worse than that. He had 9.1.
9.1.
Why are we spending so
9.1?
much time on Jalen Hurts right now? I don't understand why.
Because you disrespecting him, bro.
I don't understand why.
He's getting it done in the fantasy world. He's getting it done.
Jalen Hurts, but
don't disrespect.
I will say I'm not disrespecting. I'm saying like I think you got him low.
You do. You got him way low, bro.
I got him at 12 where he's supposed to be.
Where he's supposed to be.
Where he's supposed to be.
And that boy finished 12. You going
He's not going to be top 10.
I'm not going to be top 10.
I'm very confident that he's not going to be a top 10.
Let's move to these running back.
I didn't even finish.
Oh, my bad. No, you had Pat Mahomes. That was your number one.
No, it wasn't.
I didn't even get the number 2. I didn't even get the Josh Allen yet.
Oh, am I tripping?
Josh Allen at number 2.
Oh, my bad. I thought Pat Mahomes was number 1.
Oh, Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott number 3.
We're talking about
Josh Allen number 2. He's been a little bit off, but Josh Allen, this Indianapolis Colts, one of the worst pass defenses in the league. So this could be a get right game for Josh Allen. I think that he's going to finish top 2. I feel like he will. Patrick Mahomes at number 1. I know, Mac, you may disagree with this, our producer in the background.
I don't disagree.
You don't? Oh, I
don't have
I agree with what James is saying right there in the comments.
I don't have an opinion. I saw him at number 1 on your list, and I was just like, okay, I guess he's back. I guess he's back. 5 touchdowns.
5 touchdowns, 400 plus passing yards.
Of course you feel like
what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to feel?
So what does he have to do to be the number 1 consensus?
He got to throw 4 touchdowns this week, 3 touchdowns this week.
Yeah,
that was very possible.
Yeah, that's very possible. Very.
I feel like y'all are making me out to be a
hater.
I'm not anti-Pat Mahomes.
I mean, I feel you,
man. Champion a guy that has been playing the first.
I want you to champion the guy who's been to the last 2 Super Bowls. Yes, I do. And the guy that's won MVP in the last 2 years. Okay. Yes, I do. The guy that makes $500 million to play football. I want you to champion that guy.
To forget him, you know what I'm saying, throwing interceptions in crucial moments like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
A week? It happened 2 weeks ago.
It happens. It happens.
Mac, that's the past, man. You can't keep dwelling on the past.
Fantasy's about trends.
Yeah. Facts.
Fantasy's about trends. His last game threw 5 touchdowns.
Oh, here you go with the trend shit.
You want to talk about trends? Talk about trends.
Let's get to these running backs, man. Let's get to these running backs.
But no, I feel you though, Mac.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not anti-Pat Mahomes at all.
Facts.
Let's go ahead and get into
the running backs, man. I got the running backs.
Hey, James, you right though, but Tannehill's been struggling. That offense is not looking like we thought they were.
Yeah, without Derrick Henry, it don't look the same.
I mean, even with Derrick Henry, Tannehill wasn't.
No. He's quarterback 12 in fantasy. The past 2 weeks have been
okay. Quarterback 12. If you're in the 12-man league, that means he's the last in your league at quarterback.
That means he's a starter. And also, it's just been looking. It just
hasn't looked like we thought it was going to look. I thought Tannehill would be like top 10 easy, like top 7 quarterback this year.
But the run game has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, with Derrick Henry, he was taking everything.
Real, no Henry, no Julio. It don't matter. I mean,
man, Julio is. Don't believe the hype week 1.
Yeah,
y'all can go back to that. That's why don't believe the hype play week 1.
Tannehill's gonna be passed.
He's on IR.
The O-line is trash. It is. I'm not gonna put it all on Tannehill for sure. They're trash.
Garbage.
All right.
Let's get to the running backs.
All right, 25. I got Ramondre Stevenson at Atlanta.
I like 24. I like Foreman at 24.
I got Deontay Foreman versus Houston. 23. I got Mark Ingram at Philly. Number 22, I got Josh Jacobs versus Cincinnati.
Oh, is that Mark Ingram without Alvin Kamara?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna get to that when I finish 17.
Okay, my bad.
You good, bro. 21, I got Daryl Williams versus Dallas. Number 20, I got Antonio Gibson at Carolina. Number 19, I got Damian Harris at Atlanta. Number 18, I got Elijah Mitchell at Jacksonville. And 17, I got Michael Carter at Miami. Now, I do want to say that this list is made. You're not going to see Alvin Kamara's name on this list. You're not going to see Saquon Barkley's name on this list because I don't know if those guys are going to play. If those guys play, I will address where their spot will be. Okay, now
Oh hell no,
So-
Michael Carter. What's that mean?
Michael Carter been a solid RB2.
What's
Yeah,
that
solid.
mean?
Don't do that.
Michael
Don't do
Carter.
that.
Michael Carter is the back in
Yeah.
that Jets offense. But
Yeah.
He's
but I
been
do
solid.
I do want to talk about a player up there if I could
on the last list.
on the last
first
one real quick. Just real quick, and it's going to be Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson is a guy that you cannot afford to bench, regardless, because he gets the goal line touches in Washington's offense. And Washington's offense, I know you're not paying too much attention to Washington's offense, but hey, if we could score touchdowns, they would be in a lot of games because the yardage is there. They're moving the ball up and down the field every single week, and Antonio Gibson is the bigger back in this offense. I know a lot of people like J.D. McKissick because he catches passes out the backfield, but I like Antonio Gibson there on the goal line packages. Antonio Gibson, he's bound to get you a good 11 to 14 fantasy points per week, potentially 20, like last week, and he had like roughly 50 yards, but once again he played the best run D in the league. So it's a guy you can't start. I like Antonio Gibson all around. He's working an injury, I believe.
Can I speak on Antonio Gibson too?
So what else?
Antonio Gibson, I like Antonio Gibson moving forward, going into the fantasy football playoffs. I want to put that on record. I feel like Antonio Gibson can be a fantasy football championship winner moving forward, just with the matchups that he has moving forward in the playoffs. I mean, he plays Dallas, Philly, Dallas in the playoffs, and we know what he does against Dallas. I feel like he's going to eat those two games, and then it's sandwiched in with that Philly game. Those are great matchups for Antonio Gibson. A lot of people, if you can buy Antonio Gibson right now,
Get to that tomorrow. Content. Subscribe.
Yeah, you're right.
Subscribe. Nope.
Can't give him that.
Nope.
I like Antonio Gibson.
I
like
gotta give you Dirk.
Gibson.
I had to give you a little Dirk. I'm talking about here.
But I like
Yeah,
Antonio
so-
Gibson, man. I mean,
done.
he's going to be a guy that can win you a championship.
But we're going 8 through 16 right here. We're going Myles Gaskin versus the Jets. I got James Robinson versus San Fran. David Montgomery versus Baltimore. Leonard Fournette. At 13, I got Leonard Fournette versus the Giants. At 12, I got A.J. Dillon at Minnesota. 11, I got Joe Mixon at Las Vegas. Number 10, I got James Conner at Seattle. Number 9, I got Zeke at Kansas City. Number 8, I got DeAndre Swift at Cleveland. This is the Saquon Barkley will be sandwiched in between 13 and 14 if he does play this week, and that's because he's coming back from missing I want to say 3 games or so. So he will be sandwiched in between 13 and 14 if he does play. If you have Saquon Barkley, if he's active, you start him. It's no questions. He's going in there.
Ankle thing.
Yeah,
It's off the ankle thing. So somebody that I want to talk about here is I think David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery coming out the bye, he got another week of rest. First game back was before the bye. It looked okay. He didn't look like David Montgomery officially, but who they play? They played Los Angeles, right? Before that. So I mean, he gets Baltimore. Baltimore's defense is not to be afraid of. Don't be afraid to start your players against Baltimore. Don't be afraid to start your players against Baltimore. They've been looking kind of sluggish last week. I mean, Miami, I don't know what they were doing at quarterback. They didn't have too much, but the defense shut their offense down regardless. That has nothing to do with their defense. Their defense played well, but it was, it's Miami. It's no better with Chicago, but Chicago, I feel like their run game was a lot better than Miami. So I feel like David Montgomery he's going to bounce back this week. As far as the rest of the guys on the list, you start them, they're going to be good. They're going to be good to go. Another guy like Zeke, I feel like that game's going to be up and down the field. Dak is going to have a good game. I agree with John where he hasn't ranked that, but I feel like in the goal line, they like to still use Zeke. They're paying him $100 million. He's going to get the ball 100%. Now 1 through 7, we're going to go number 7. I got AK. Did I put AK up there? I must have put AK there. Yeah, I must have put AK there. I did. I apologize for the disclaimer earlier. I did say AK was not going to be on this list, but if AK plays, this is his spot, and Mark Ingram's probably gonna fall. No, Mark Ingram will stay where he is. Matter of fact, and I'll explain why. Jonathan Taylor at Buffalo, number 6, hurts my heart. Number 5, Dalvin Cook versus Green Bay. Number 4, I got Austin Eckler at Pitt. Number 3, I got Nick Chubb versus Detroit. Number 2, I got Najee Harris at the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 1, it's the consensus. Number 1, he's back. Christian McCaffrey versus Washington. I mean, I don't want to touch on Christian
Franchise.
McCaffrey.
That Brandon franchise.
Hey yo, if that's hey yo, you gotta say if that's franchise, you gotta say it's franchise. But hey yo, look, I touched on Saquon, and I'll tell you again. Only if you gotta be my guy though. Hey, so look, but regardless, right here, I think I want to touch on Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb coming back. I mean,
he's about to eat.
I think Nick Chubb might finish as Nick Chubb could potentially finish as the number 1 running back.
Might have 200 rushing yards.
Yeah, Nick Chubb might finish as the number 1 running back this week in fantasy. I don't count it out. I'm not saying Detroit is terrible. They did okay last week. You know, they had a solid game out there against Pittsburgh. They tied.
Pittsburgh's O-line some shit though.
They tied. Yeah, Pittsburgh. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh is. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
Browns O-line is fucking.
Browns O-line with a healthy Nick Chubb back there. It's just it's different. You don't got to worry about nobody crying for the ball out there no more, or nothing like that. So I mean,
TJ Watt gonna play?
I don't think I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's going to really matter. I think they're going to game plan to run away from him. I think they got enough. I think they got enough in that offense to where I will honestly say I think Nick Chubb runs for.
Now they play Detroit.
110. I mean, Detroit. Sorry.
I'm thinking of Austin Eckler. My bad. I'm thinking about
he got Austin Eckler on his mind.
look, throw me off.
My bad.
I'm like, what?
Nah, I think Nick Chubb. I think he has a field day with Detroit. They playing at home. They're coming off a terrible loss against New England. They're gonna try to control the clock in this game. We're gonna see a lot of Nick Chubb in this game. It's gonna be a slow paced game. From what I've seen, Donovan Peoples-Jones in that offense is not really too much of a factor. So I think they're gonna make the run game an emphasis here. If you got Dearness Johnson, he might have some flex appeal in this game. I feel like they try to control the clock in this game, and they just crush them. They take Detroit's pride early and often. I feel like it's not going to look good, but the goal line beneficiary in this game is going to be Nick Chubb coming back, even though he had COVID or he was a close contact. I won't say he was close contact.
Nah, he was positive.
He was positive.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So hopefully he has the vaccine.
Nah, he has.
I hope y'all got the vaccine, and he's good. He's asymptomatic. Hopefully he just tested positive. Got another week of rest. Just chill for a second. Get back in there, fresh legs. I feel like he's just going to destroy Detroit, but that's my list right there.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
That's my list, man.
I don't got too much to say about that.
That was good, but any
rebuttals?
Yeah.
Any arguments?
Nope.
I don't really have no rebuttals to that. You know, he didn't have somebody at 12 that was the number 2 player in fantasy. You know?
I had the number 1 running back in fantasy at 6.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's,
you know,
and I have that
tough
guy.
matchup. But
So,
I still think
what
I'm gonna say.
it's a
I
tough
feel
matchup.
like Jonathan Taylor should have still been in your top 5
I mean, I feel you, but I just feel like
because I feel like he's matchup proof at this point.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody in the top 7. I got Alvin Kamara at 7.
Yeah.
Everybody that watched the show understands how they gotta be. Yeah, he'd be up there with CMC.
You got rock Alvin's jersey one time.
Down on Alvin.
I will if you know what I'm saying. If I ended up acquiring him some type of way, but he's not on my team this year. Stays in the closet until maybe next year.
Heard to know this,
but he's definitely retiring a Saint. If they're not ridiculous, he's the best player the Saints I've ever seen. But I'm sorry, I make that argument. Y'all can.
Drew Brees.
Facts. Sorry.
To address franchise, I mean, I don't know if it's Brandon.
I mean, yeah.
But Saquon is question mark. I mean, it all depends on if he's healthy. I still don't know if I would be. I mean,
like Tweet said, I'll put him in that 13 to 15
14.
range.
Yeah, you got to. Like if Saquon Barkley plays, if they say Saquon Barkley is active, whoever is in there is gone. Who's in there? Like who's in there? That guy, you got a tough decision to make because this guy is going in. It's not a matter of
you can't have Saquon on your bench put up 25.
It's a matter of when you're going to do this. Like it's a matter of when you're going to do this. If he gets the go ahead, Elijah Mitchell
13 to 15.
Gone.
Yeah, 100%.
If he gets the go ahead, who else is in that range?
Like Leonard Fournette.
You're gone. There's no way. There's no way those guys are starting.
But what about like the usage though? Like
it doesn't matter. You don't know. You don't know. But you just know the type of if you put it like this, you don't know the usage that's going in. But the upside that you might get with Saquon Barkley is potentially 26 to 30 points if he gets the usage that he's supposed to get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that.
He gets
You gotta start him.
Yeah.
Because you don't want that on your bench.
You don't.
Yeah,
The
if
guy takes
Saquon-
a screen,
if
he's
Sa-
going 70.
Yeah.
If Saquon plays, you start him.
Yeah.
But
It's like we don't know what Christian McCaffrey's going to get on coming out the bye. I mean, granted, like Pete didn't care at the time, but
I would've still started
Yeah, you would
him.
have started
Like,
him. But if anybody
yeah.
out there didn't start him out the bye, they'd been blown. Like, I got 16 on my bench. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
dog, his first game back, he only got like 47% of the snaps.
Exactly.
It's still 16 points over a game. We all can do math. It's 32. But it's still, I mean,
Yeah, and in
it's
this
crazy.
game, but this game wasn't out of reach so early. He'd have put up 30. Like
Exactly.
the game was over in the
They
fourth
put what?
quarter.
20 what?
21.
Exactly.
And that wasn't happy.
They were up like 30.
yeah.
So, and Saquon Barkley is I'm not going to say he's Christian McCaffrey, but the usage is Christian McCaffrey kind of. I mean, he's just not.
He's not catching 10 for 10, but
he's not catching 10. But that's the running backs.
That's the running back rankings. But before we get into the rest of our rankings, we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. So let us pay these bills real quick, and we're gonna get back to y'all. All right.
Make sure my vocals right. Make sure the beat right. Welcome to the 5th show.
Time to cuff.
Powered by ItsNation TV.
ItsNation TV.
That's why I try to get in line.
Play, execute, have fun, dub.
I can do a lot more than what I think I can.
This is Sean.
This is John.
And this is Twan.
Tune in to The Fantasy with SJT on ItsNation TV on YouTube at 5:30 on Wednesdays. We got the position rankings, the stardom sit-ems, buy low, sell high, and listen to your boy. Don't listen to these guys over here.
man.
Don't listen to your boy. The boy's undefeated right now. 139. I finished at the top of the league this week.
Look, listen,
You know what I
listen
mean?
to me. If you're gonna listen to anybody, listen to me. Wait until y'all see what the GOAT is about to do to these gentlemen.
4-time champ right here, so you know who to listen to. The champ is here. Until anyone dethrones me and wins more ships than me, I'm still the champ of this league. Men lie, women lie,
Man,
numbers don't.
It sounds good, man, but consistency is key in fantasy. 7 straight playoff appearances. You got to put yourself in position to win. All in all, what I'm gonna say, man, tune in 5:30 every Wednesday. Also, hop in the feed on Wednesdays at 5:30. We answer your questions live, so come get your best fantasy advice with us, SJT.
Are you ready?
Nigga look swollen. All right, we're going to get to these wide receiver rankings. All right, number 25, I got Michael Pittman Jr. at Buffalo. Number 24, I got Hunter Renfrow versus Cincinnati. Hunter Renfro's been looking good. He's looking like Derek Carr's guy. So
Yeah.
he's been getting targets. His route running is looking amazing out there.
Hey.
Hit him with the ha last week.
Hey, I
So
got him in my other league, so I'm with that.
So I like Hunter Renfrow at 23. Got Tyler Lockett versus Arizona at 22. My man Adam Thielen versus Green Bay at 21. We got T. Higgins at Las Vegas. At number 20, I got DeAndre Hopkins at Seattle. I never thought this year in fantasy I would see DeAndre Hopkins ranked at 20.
Right.
But the only reason I got him at 20 is because he's coming off an injury. He missed the last 2 games. I don't even know if he's playing this week for one. So I got him at 20. I don't like to see my man
know why you got
D-Hop
him at
right
20.
there. My man Twan thinks he's touchdown dependent.
He's touchdown dependent.
Damn.
Like, he,
Even
bro,
before the
yeah,
injury?
he's not getting.
Don't
Has he had
do
over
this.
100 yards this year?
I don't know.
That one up.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
So why are we still ranking?
Why we what? Stop it. Stop.
Come on, don't do
stop,
that.
stop.
Don't do that,
bro.
bro.
He's
Stop
the
it,
best
stop
receiver, one of the best receivers in the league.
He's still
Off
catching
talent
touchdowns.
alone.
Like
Yeah,
talent
yeah.
alone.
You can't do that, bro.
No.
Why is the Allen Robinson up there then? Like, you want to talk about talent?
how many touchdowns Allen Robinson got?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Different situation,
Zero?
bro. You know what I'm saying?
Does he have one?
We're talking about different situations, bro.
Does
He has not
DeAndre have
gone
a
over-
100-yard game?
But he has touchdowns.
What I will
bro.
say to Twan's argument that he has not gone over 100 yards.
How many catches? Is he
receiving,
getting catches though?
his most catches in
I
the
need
game,
something, John.
his
Give me
most
something.
receptions is 6. He had 6 receptions.
Damn.
No, 7. 7. He's at 7.
I mean, but still,
I
he's
can
at
name
20.
20 better wideouts right now.
He's at 20.
He's ranked 22 right now in fantasy.
I mean, he missed the last 2 games, bro. Don't do that.
You want to know why?
Let's get the list back up there.
You want to know why he's ranked 20?
Well, I got him at 20 this week. I just don't like to see my man D-Hop there.
I know.
You know what I mean? 19, I got Scary Terry at Carolina. I got him at 19 because Carolina's defense is sharp. And I know the Washington came out last week looking good. Tyler Heineke throwing the ball well. But everyone throws the ball on Tampa. You got to remember that. Their pass defense is not good. Their run defense is great. But their pass defense, you can throw on them. And Terry McLaurin still didn't really go off. He had some great game-stealing catches out there. But
there's some great football plays.
He had some great football plays.
Yeah, football
that
plays,
makes you a
I would
great
say
receiver. But I got him at 19 this week at Carolina. I feel like it's going to be a tough game out there for Washington. I know fans are happy right now. We beat Tampa. But we could go back down to earth after this week. We'll see. I hope not. Number 18, I got Brandon Cooks at Tennessee. 17, Jalen Waddle at New York. At number 16, I got DJ Moore versus Washington. At 15, I got Amari Cooper at KC. At 14, Marquise Brown at Chicago. At 13, Deontay Johnson at Los Angeles Chargers. At number 12, Chris Godwin versus New York. I wanted to touch on Chris Godwin because I feel like this is a game where Godwin is going to feast. This is a feast game for Godwin. You got Bradbury going to be outside with Mike Evans. I don't feel like Adore Jackson is going to be in the slot with Godwin, even if he is. I feel like Godwin's going to eat him up. I feel like this is like a 11.
It's like what Kylie said. Kylie said it perfect, bro. Like Tom is the matchup guy.
He's the matchup
he's
guy.
attacking the matchup. He's attacking the matchup on the defense. Like it doesn't matter. Like if he feels like that guy just sucks, that guy's gonna get ate up. And I don't know. We was having a discussion like, who's John's slot corner? You said who's John's slot corner?
They got outside guys, but they don't really have a slot. And they got some guys hurt right now in the secondary. So I feel like this is a game where Godwin is going to gobble. Like Turkey
I wouldn't
day.
say gobble.
Turkey, no, he's about to eat. I feel like 11 receptions, 120 in the tug for Godwin. Like one of those games for Chris Godwin this week.
Saying Cooper Kupp type.
Yes. He's about to feast, bro.
Look, but
he's about to feast.
But
I got Mike Evans.
Sure.
Oh, what do you think about DJ Moore? You think he should be higher?
I think he should probably not even be ranked.
Nah.
Going
against Washington, Cam Newton. I think Cam Newton gonna find him, man.
I feel like Cam Newton will find him as well.
DJ Moore, bro. I've seen it. We all. I feel like the topic of this show should be trends, because if it is, my guy is falling off a cliff, bro. Like it's like I feel like it's only gonna get worse with Cam Newton in there. I mean, believe it or not,
I think it's gonna get better, bro. I think it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better.
I mean, for the football side of the bit, like they're gonna win more games.
I think Cam is gonna throw the ball.
He's gonna run it in from the 6. He's gonna run over your linebacker.
Getting him down the field. I feel like Cam is gonna find DJ Moore in those possession routes.
True.
Boom,
He's
boom.
true.
Like you know what I mean?
But against Washington too. Washington defense.
I mean, we looked sharp last week.
We did look all right. But I just don't like Cam. I don't like Cam for. I like Cam for Christian McCaffrey. Like running quarterbacks for running offenses, they look really good. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know why Miles Sanders wasn't doing nothing, but it was like Boston Scott and Jordan Howard have field days. They're the first time 2 Eagles running back ran for 5.1 yards since like 83 or something. I don't know,
crazy,
something like that. But I don't know why Miles Sanders wasn't doing it, but still, Christian McCaffrey, his best fantasy day since he's been back. Cam Newton was in there. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a coincidence, but
you like.
But are you starting DJ Moore on your team this week?
I have no choice. My other options are not like everybody else's other options, but I mean, my options are slim to none. My bad, P. You can pick up where you left off, but it's DJ Moore is the best wide receiver on my team. That says a lot about my wide receiver position.
All right, but yeah, I got Mike Evans over Chris Godwin just because I feel like Mike Evans is the better talented receiver. I like Mike Evans. Y'all know how I love Mike Evans. Mm-hmm. I still got him ranked ahead, even though he's gonna have Bradbury. He can still make those big plays. So I got Mike Evans at 11. I got DK Metcalf versus Arizona at 10. Keenan Allen versus
his own team. Got it. All right, we got Justin Jefferson.
I got number 8. I got Justin Jefferson versus Green Bay.
Keenan played Pitt though.
They
So
played
you
Pitt.
can
Oh, they
talk
played
about
Pitt.
Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
talk about Pitt.
Keenan Allen, he's been a reception king for the last couple of weeks. Like he's about to go over 100 receptions again this season if he keeps it up. Mike Williams is non-existent right now. Keenan Allen's getting all the targets. Him and
You don't got
Austin
no rank, do
Eckler.
you?
Nah,
Mike
Not
Williams.
ranked. I was
Mike-
looking for
Mike-
that. I was
Mike
looking-
Williams.
I was looking for
Hey,
that.
look.
Yo,
he's not ranked.
I was looking
I'm gonna
for
go
that.
ahead and say Mike Williams is gonna finish better than Keenan Allen
This week. This nigga,
Mike-
no,
Look,
John.
Mike, stop betting on your bold predictions. nigga. Hey, so like, bro,
What?
you think that Mike? All right. I mean,
Mike
you could be wrong. You
Williams-
could be right. You could be right.
He's been off these past couple weeks, but I think he will be.
You think he
better.
bounces back this week?
He bounces back.
We gonna see.
But we ain't gotta make a bet on that. We
Yeah,
gotta
all right.
make
I'll
a
bet that. Because Keenan is my guy. I'll bet that. I'll bet on my guy.
What?
I don't care about y'all bet. Y'all
Saying
26-minute bet.
Keener has
I'm at the
better
hour
than-
mark. So, look, I'm at the hour mark. Right on the dot. Like 59:30.
What's
So
the bet?
that Keenan Allen finishes higher than Mike Williams for me.
Okay, he has the
Yeah.
better.
I'm
He
sure.
has Mike finishing higher than
I
Keenan.
got
My bet is push-ups though, bro.
All right.
Bet 20.
All right, nah, that's straight. That's straight.
Yeah, we ain't been in the garage.
That's a real bet. That's gonna be
So
a real
yeah,
challenge
we all push-ups. Yeah,
at this point.
All right, that's
Right.
good.
20 push-ups to 20 sit-ups too. That's the deal.
I got the sit-ups y'all gotta do. And number 8, Justin Jefferson versus Green Bay.
We're on the trainer now.
Let's move to the top 7. All right, number 7, I got CD Lamb at KC. Number 6, Jamar Chase at Las Vegas. Okay, I did have AJ Brown at number 5. Number 5, yeah, because they had the bye week last week. They had the bye week. Number 5, AJ Brown versus Houston. Number 4, Stephon Diggs versus Indianapolis. Number 3, Deebo Samuel at Jacksonville. I want to touch on Deebo.
Yeah, I thought that was a little high when I saw it. What's good?
High?
What's
Nah,
good?
man.
Nah.
Deebo earned it.
Yeah, he earned it.
Let me
earned it.
Deebo's here to
Let me hear
stay.
it. Let me hear it.
I mean, he put up 30 this week.
What is he? Wide receiver 2?
Not wide receiver 2.
He has to be.
They got him playing
Yeah.
in the backfield now.
I didn't
DJ
know-
Samuel,
I saw that long touchdown pass, but I didn't know he finished.
he had an 8-yard touchdound run
He looked
from the
like a- he looked
backfield.
a running
Like,
back.
it looks like a running back out there.
he
Like,
looked like the
The
guy
ball in
supposed to
his
be taking the
hands.
carries.
With the ball.
He
like
Like, he looks
he,
like
re- he
this is the
reminds
best running back on the team.
he reminds me of
no, he's the number 3 receiver in fantasy right
he
now.
reminds me of like Anquan Bolden.
But
Like,
this
that's
look,
kinda what he reminds
look,
me of.
But more athletic.
but better a
he
better
had
version of Anquan
5
Bolden.
carries
Nah,
for
he ain't- he
36
don't got better
yards.
hands than Quan. Nope.
Oh, this
Not
nigga
gonna
had
Nah.
5 years.
do it. Not gonna do it. But
He's
Uh,
a he's,
I
he's,
like Anquan.
he's a Swift Army knife.
Anquan Bolden Hall of Famer.
He's a Swift Army knife. He can do a lot of different
Nah,
things, man.
Nah,
You don't think so?
nah.
You don't think Anquan Bolden?
Great player, but
Nah,
I don't know.
Anquan gonna get it.
Does he have a
But
Super
yeah.
Bowl?
Yes, he
Nah.
has a Super Bowl.
No, he doesn't have a
With
Super
who?
Bowl.
Yeah, he did with the Ravens.
Oh, with the Ravens, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
He was a key factor.
Yeah, he was a part of the team.
But yeah, this week Deebo Samuel had 5 carries, 36 in the touchdown. And he had 5 receptions, 5 targets for 97 in the touchdown. He's a Swift Army knife. He can do
Yeah.
it all out there. Like
Yeah.
in fantasy, that's what you want. It's not all about.
He's a
he can
better
do one thing, you know what I mean?
Cordero Patterson.
So I love Deebo
Cordell
Samuel.
Patterson been getting carries
Let me
all
touch on
year
something.
long.
especially going against
We
Jacksonville.
look at this list of wide
I
receivers,
feel bad about that.
and before
Sir.
when we was talking about when drafting was coming up, you hear the names of Tyreek Hill, Devonta Adams, these guys, but then now we look in the season in season. We're talking about Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, guys like that. Jamar Chase stepping up to the plate. And this is one of the reasons why, I mean, these guys got on me about not picking a wide receiver first. This is one of the reasons why.
No.
This is one of the reasons why I would not go. I'm not reaching for a wide receiver like a Tyreek Hill, Devonta Adams, because of guys like this, like guys like Jamar
But
Chase.
those guys are still ranked
guys
number
like
1 and
Deebo
2 on
Samuel,
the list.
guys like Cooper Kupp. These guys you can get later on in rounds that can give you some productivity on your team. So reaching for guys like Tyreek Hill and Devonta Adams, these guys,
You're not reaching if you pick them where you picked them.
bruh.
If you pick
You
them at
guys
a
with
good-
up and down. You guys was
Yo,
Devonta Adams, Tyreek Hill. You gonna pass on Tyreek Hill?
you
Wait,
picked Antonio Gibson.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying,
He's not on your team anymore.
what I'm saying is, when it comes to wide receivers,
No.
you can wait on wide receivers. This is a perfect
No,
example
I see what you're
of
saying.
what when I think of reason why I went running robust RB,
but the guy
was because
I got some
of this, because of situations like that. We're seeing these wide receivers that you could have gotten in the 4th, 5th round of your drafts that are giving you some productivity.
Right, I'm gonna ask you this: who'd you take in the 2nd round?
Who'd I take in the 2nd round?
Yeah,
I took I took Antonio Gibson in the 1st.
Oh, you took Gibson in the 1st.
I took Gibson in the 1st. I took Eckler.
Okay.
Right.
Eckler
Okay.
in the 2nd.
And Tyreek Hill right now, you know what he's ranked wide receiver?
What's he ranked?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Oh, all right. That's cool. But
so you could have had Tyreek. Look. You could have had Tyreek.
No.
You could have had and Cooper Kupp.
What does Cooper Kupp bring?
One.
Okay, exactly.
But
but the 2 running backs you took, one of them didn't pan out. So you could have took Tyreek Hill in the 1st, like we were saying.
Bro,
okay, who
and still got Cooper Kupp?
The Rail took Tyreek Hill, right? Who is his running backs right now?
He went wide out.
Jacobs. Who is his running back?
James Robinson.
Okay, James Robinson is. James Robinson is okay, but Jacobs, no.
Is he top 20?
And you was high on
15.
Jacobs going into the draft
15.
too. You was high on
15?
Jacobs.
What's James Robinson?
No, Robinson's 15.
Okay,
Jacobs is
lower
than that.
but running backs are
25.
valuable. That's why in drafts I would go RB first, because you can get valuable wide receivers.
I think it's just
like
important to finish your mocks. I think it's important to finish your mocks, because a lot of times in the mocks, you stop doing the mock around like pick 8 or so. You just tune out. But this is why it's important to like Cooper Kupp, like Jamar Chase. Don't get me wrong, they went like 4 or 5. But then you got the guys. You got the late guys. Like you got like the Mike Williams. Like, I mean, yeah, he's not doing what he's supposed to do, but those first couple of weeks, if you got Mike Williams, he went in like the 11th round.
He won some games for you.
Like, so yeah. I think that it's important to finish your.
I didn't even mention Mike Williams. Okay, he has a bad stretch of
games. But the thing is, John, if you'd have hit on both your running backs, then you could say that. But Gibson, you didn't hit on that in the first round. That was a bad pick.
The story is still out to be said on Gibson. Didn't I just say?
But Tyreek Hill,
Gibson. He could be a fantasy championship winner.
You couldn't pick Tyreek because he already won. Okay,
but. I mean,
I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. With wide receiver,
but that's just you. You hit on.
You can wait.
Everybody didn't hit on the receivers, bro.
You hit on that. If you didn't pick Cooper Kupp, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Exactly.
We would not. Any other receiver.
But you hit.
You hit, bro. We wouldn't, bro.
Everybody didn't hit on receivers. But you didn't pick. A lot of people pick running backs that aren't playing right now.
We're not talking about just my team here. We're not having this discussion. We're talking about wide receivers that went late that are playing well right now, like a Jamar Chase, like a Deebo Samuel.
But how many running backs didn't hit?
You had a couple of guys with injury, but that's why you always need to handcuff your guys.
But how many of
with
those
running
guys?
back?
How many of those guys didn't hit? Like you going
Saquon didn't hit.
You gonna say Saquon didn't hit? Are you gonna say Derrick Henry didn't hit?
No, he hit.
No, he hit.
He won some.
He hit.
Some.
Okay, so Saquon didn't hit. Who else didn't hit? Gibson?
McCaffrey didn't hit.
Yeah, McCaffrey, Gibson.
McCaffrey right now didn't hit, but McCaffrey. If you still have McCaffrey, then
okay, but
it's kind of like
as we speak
a lot of
today,
people won their lead because they had McCaffrey in there last week.
They won their game. That's what you're saying?
They won their game. I apologize. They won their game.
Okay.
They won their game because they had McCaffrey in there last week. A lot of people won their game because they had Gibson in there last week. I understand that too, but it's less running backs. It's more wide receivers that didn't hit than there are running backs that didn't hit. Because you can say Gibson hit.
I can't say Gibson hit, but there's still some games left to be played. But I'm talking about me.
And it also depends on your draft.
What I wanted to bring to people, to our viewers' attention, is that you don't have to go get a wide receiver early. You're seeing guys like Deebo Samuel. You're seeing guys like Cooper Kupp. You're seeing guys like Jamar Chase being productive for your team. Like, you don't have to go out and be quick. Like, people were quick to go get a Terry McLaurin, quick to go get a Calvin Ridley, quick to go get a AJ Brown. Quick to get these guys. And you have guys like Jamar Chase and Deebo Samuel outperforming these guys.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. When you look at this list, just remember what this list is. when you go into your drafts next year and make sure, okay, you don't have to go reach for a wide receiver like Tyreek Hill or Devontae. You can find some value guys. So that's all I'm saying. But
facts.
You know,
I agree
too.
Because I fucked up this year. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a 2. Take my running backs early. You know what I mean? I switch it up, and now I'm 2-8. But so number 2, I got Tyreek Hill versus Dallas. Number 1, I got Devonta Adams against Minnesota. Like you said earlier, he always destroys Minnesota. Division games for Devonta Adams is always a shit show. So he's about to go crazy. So I got Devonta Adams at number 1. That rounds up the receivers for this week.
All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get into the tight end rankings.
I got them.
Tweez got that.
Yeah, I thought Calvin really was gonna go crazy this year. Now he's having mental health issues.
Dalton Schultz at KC. Number 14, I got Zach Ertz at Seattle. Number 13, Tyler Conklin versus Green Bay. Number 12, Dawson Knox versus Indianapolis. I got number 11, I got Dan Arnold versus San Francisco. Number 10, Dallas Goddard versus New Orleans. Number 9, I got Pat Fryermuth at Los Angeles Chargers.
Hey, you got it right. Let's
number
go.
8, I got TJ Hawkinson at Cleveland. And yeah.
Anybody?
Nothing.
No?
Nothing.
They're tight ends, man.
Pretty
Seven.
standard.
Number 7, started with caution. Number 7, I got Mike Gesicki at the Jets. Number 6, I got Hunter Henry at Atlanta. Number 5, I got Kyle Pitts versus New England. Number 4, Mark Andrews at Chicago. Number 3, Darren Waller versus Cincy. Number 2, George Kittle at Jacksonville. And the consensus number 1 at this position is Travis Kelce versus Dallas. George Kittle is back. You got George Kittle. You held on this long. If you acquired him in a trade, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. He's heavily involved. He's out there doing his penchant, his little it's first down. You know how George Kittle is.
Back.
He's having fun out there again. San Fran as a whole, I feel like he brings the energy to the team. I feel like they get him involved. He's a gamer. Like if you got him on your team, he's a gamer. He's out there ready to play. I feel like this guy is definitely a top 2 tight end. I feel like I don't care what anybody says. I think he's better than Darren Waller.
Facts.
I think he's better than Darren Waller.
I don't know what's going on with Darren Waller.
It's not about. I mean, and yeah, you can say Darren Waller is a better route runner, better pass catcher, whatever. But all around, do a type guy, blocking, catching, all the dirty work a tight end's supposed to do. And he's a game breaker too. He gets the ball. He's a yak guy, yards at the catch type guy. So I do like George Kittle being back. He looked healthy last week. Like he's having fun playing football. Don't forget George Kittle. I believe it was like 2 years ago. He had more. I think he had more receiving yards than Travis Kelce. So not too far gone from being elite. Him being back in that San Francisco offense. I think Kyle Shanahan likes it. I feel like the team likes it. They're gonna rally around each other in that offense. So I like George Kittle. I think George Kittle, for me, if I gotta do these rankings until I see otherwise, knock on wood, if something does happen. But I think George Kittle's going with my consensus number 2 going forward. I like what I saw from him, and I think he's back.
Both games back.
Yeah, he looked good, man. But that's the tight end rankings right there.
I mean, I'll touch on a couple. Please no Gesicki. We'll say this right. Gesicki is ranked 4th at tight end. So he had a bad week. He had 7 targets.
2 was back though.
He had 7 targets, 0 receptions. So he gave you a goose egg. I understand, but he's not going to do that again. Tua's back. I feel like they got a great matchup. I mean, Gesicki's going. I mean, Tua looks for Gesicki. So I'm not even going to pay attention to what he did last week. He's going to get back right. He averages about 7 targets a game, and he's gonna do well this week.
For a tight end, you don't see that a lot. So
you don't.
You only see that with Kelce, Waller, and who you talking? Kittle. Like other than that, if you get 7, your tight end gets 7 targets, you're happy. Like. Yeah, so they catch 0, you're not happy.
Still starting Gesicki. You gotta catch him. Still starting with Gesicki. Now the Hawkinson situation, I don't. But with that situation there, I'm not sure if Goff is going to play. I mean, he didn't practice today, but if Goff plays, Hawkinson's going to get force fed by Goff. I mean, so I'm still now. I will be concerned if he doesn't play. I don't even know who the backup in Detroit is. So if he doesn't play, then I'm concerned, and I would try to pivot. I maybe try to pivot from Hawkinson then, but other than that, I mean, if Goff plays, I'm starting Hawkinson for sure. All right, but we can keep moving.
All right, let's get to defense.
Now to the defenses. We're gonna get through these quickly. 12, Philly going against New Orleans. Arizona at 11 going against Seattle. 10, Baltimore against Chicago. 9, Carolina going against Washington. Tampa Bay versus New York Giants at number 8. New Orleans defense going against Philly. Tweez, I strongly suggest that you start them this week.
I cannot wait.
San Francisco at number 6.
I have Cleveland.
Who's Cleveland playing?
Detroit.
Number 4.
I cannot wait till Jalen Hurts shits on these. I'm gonna let you go.
My bad.
I'm gonna let you go.
My bad.
Nah, he just
I'm about to say thanks.
trying to shit on Jalen Hurts. He just trying to shit on Hurts. That's all he's trying to do. He just trying to shit on Hurts.
All right, but San Francisco going against Jacksonville at Jacksonville. San Francisco should be solid. Miami Dolphins at New York Jets. Cleveland gets Detroit. Yes, number 4. Start Cleveland.
Oh, it's funny.
Detroit.
In our league, I was going through who needed a defense. No one needed a defense except for Ross. I was like, I know he's going to use his waiver on the Dolphins. I put in 2 waiver claims. I was like, I know he's going to use it.
He did?
Yeah, of course. I knew it. His defense is on the bye. So I was like, all right, I know he's going to pick up the Dolphins.
All right, Buffalo against the Colts. I think that Buffalo, to me, is the best defense. They've been the most consistent defense in fantasy so far. Buffalo Bills. So they're going against the Colts. Unfortunately, I feel like the Colts are going to be forced to throw the ball. I had Taylor at number 1 at running back last week. It's going to be a tough sledding for him, but I still think that he can still get his work, man. I feel like this is going to be a game. It's going to be a close game. Even though Buffalo has a great defense, I feel it's going to be close, but I still feel like Buffalo is going to make some plays defensively. They're going to rattle Wentz. And it's going to be and they're going to give you a solid defensive stat line. So that's why I got him at number 3. New England versus Atlanta. We saw Atlanta last week, man. They were horrible, man, against Dallas. I don't think they're going to be that bad this week, but we can't sleep on New England's defense. They've been solid throughout the year, and I just don't feel like Atlanta's going to, especially if Cordell Patterson doesn't play, because then that's going to make them one-dimensional. I don't believe in Mike Davis. I don't believe in Wayne Gallman. A lot of people are rushing to the waiver wire to get Wayne Gallman just in case. Like, no, even if Cordell Patterson doesn't play, I'm not a believer in Gallman
or Mike Davis.
So I don't believe that. I think New England is gonna play good enough to minimize their offense, Atlanta's offense. So they're number 2 for me, and then the number 1 for me is Tennessee Titans going against Houston. Tennessee has been playing well defensively as of late, man. When they played the Rams, they was able to shut down the Rams. Do I think that Houston is going to come in and do better? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to happen. Tyrod Taylor, I love the guy, man. I just don't. I love Tyrod Taylor. I just don't feel like this is the matchup for him to really go off this week. I feel like he's going to be playing conservative. I won't even say he's going to have a whole that Tennessee's going to have a whole lot of picks, but Tyrod's going to be playing conservative in this game. I don't think he's going to get the ball downfield, and this could be an ugly game. So I think Tennessee wins in an ugly fashion in this one, because I mean, Tennessee offensively, the running game isn't that great. But I will say Tannehill. I did speak on Tannehill. I did say Tannehill can be able to throw the ball and be solid. But I still feel like this is going to be as far as the spread. The spread got to be like, I want to say 40 something. It's not high in this game. So I don't see this game being a high scoring game. But Tennessee, for me, is the number one defense of the week. And I feel like they will be the highest scoring defense of the week. But we'll see moving forward this week. But that wraps up the defensive rankings. And that wraps up our rankings as a whole. All right. Now we can get into our panic button players real quick. We can kind of touch on that real quick and then wrap the show up. But I guess I'll start off with my panic button player. My panic button player for this week will be Mike Williams. I even though I was speaking highly and I made a bet on Mike Williams, I'm concerned. I am concerned. I am concerned, and I'm kind of, and I guess I made that. I mean, I did make that bet with my heart because I have Mike Williams in another league, but I am concerned. I'm concerned. I mean, the past couple of weeks since the knee injury, his play has been downhill. He's been in single digits. So I would panic. I mean, I would definitely panic if you're a Mike Williams owner. But you're still starting him. You're still starting him. If you have him on your team, you're starting him. I'm not benching him, but just be a little worrisome with his performance. All right, that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna get too much into that. That's my panic button player. Y'all got some guys that.
I mean, my panic button player, not even for this week, is just for the years, Darren Waller. Like, were you drafted Darren Waller in the? He's been some people second, third round. Like you drafted Darren Waller, he's not getting it done. 100%. And like tight ends are scarce, of course. So of course he's probably top 5 tight end right now. You know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? But where you drafted Darren Waller, you didn't draft him just to be a tight end. You drafted him to be a key factor to your team, and he's not getting it done right now. The connection with him and Derek Carr is just not looking the same. Like, he's getting targets, but they're off target. Like, you know what I mean? He's not getting open. He's not making the plays that he made last year. So you're definitely panicking on Darren Waller for where you drafted him. He's solid. He's a solid tight end, but where you drafted Darren Waller, he's not getting it done.
Yeah, I hear that. Please, you got one?
I don't, but if I did, it would be Antonio Gibson.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, I just don't like what they're doing with Antonio Gibson. I mean, also he's hurt. I need you to be on the field
where you drafted him too, second round. Like, you know what I mean?
Can't make the club in the tub. Like you got to be out there.
He ain't been in the tub. He's been available. He just hasn't gotten the touches that.
He's not outperforming JD McKissic.
But he had 20
to the point where.
But Tweez, he had 24 touches this past week, bro. We can't sleep on that. He had 20. He touched the ball 24 times.
He did, but it's still not what you.
No, I feel like you still panic
right now. Right now, it's still like sell high type numbers. You know what I'm saying? He's still giving you sell high type numbers because next week I got him ranked at 20. So it's still like. Next week, I mean, it's just me got to rank that way. I don't know how everybody else.
I mean, I understand the matchup going against Carolina. That's a good matchup. I get it.
But this is a guy you drafted to be matchup proof. This is a guy you drafted to be top 13 and above every single week in your rankings. Set it and forget it type. You know what I'm saying? People are taking caution. Like, should I start my other wideout against or Antonio Gibson? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I
don't know what's going to happen out there. No matter what, on a bad team, you can use a player like DeAndre Swift was drafted after Antonio Gibson on the worst team in the league. 8-1. Like, you know what I'm saying? 8-1, and people are like, "Oh, DeAndre Swift,
they haven't
starting
won this
him."
Year.
No, he tied. So like, it's like,
damn, I thought they had one.
So you look at it, you're like, "Oh, DeAndre Swift, he's in there, starting him without question, not even thinking about, okay, who else?" Like, you know, but Antonio Gibson's not that guy on the team. I mean, granted, they don't have a wide receiver on that team like Terry McLaurin, but still, like when they hand the ball off, it's going to 32. When they hand the ball off, is it going to 24 or is it going to 41? I don't know.
What James say about Waller?
You want him to stay there.
Waller killing me.
Waller killing me.
Oh, he said Waller killing me, and then he said
all those screens and stuff. I don't know. Hunter Renfrow is more involved. I don't know what's going on with Darren Waller, but
he was talking about Renfrow. Remember that shit he was talking. Hey, bro,
that was 1 week. That was for the week. We ain't gonna go into that. Let's end the show.
We gonna wrap it up. If y'all wanna see more of us, we gonna get more in depth tomorrow night. So make sure you guys subscribe and get to and get that extra episode in, man. You can get that extra episode on ItsNationTV.com. Make sure you guys go there. You'll see the details. get that extra episode because we're gonna go more in depth. We didn't even finish what we was going to talk about, but we're gonna finish that tomorrow on our show Thursday. So make sure you guys sign up for that. And yeah, if you have not yet subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you guys do that. The Fantasy with SJT. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, also hit the notification bell, and also ItsNation because we be streaming live on ItsNation TV as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like button, and notification bell on that as well. And we're gonna keep bringing that heat for y'all. All right. And also if you have not on our IG. This is where you guys can get your questions out. Your questions, any fantasy football questions, make sure you guys hit the DM or on any of our posts. Any of our posts, if you have a question, make sure you guys give us those questions on this live stream. Make sure you guys do that as well. And we're going to get back to you guys with answers as soon as we can, all right? But once like I said, our IG, The Fantasy with SJT. Once again, The Fantasy with SJT. Make sure you follow that. And we're gonna get back to y'all next week. If you're subscribed to our other show, our premium show, you're gonna see us tomorrow. All right. But
subscribe.
And
we got y'all, man. We got y'all.
Also share this video.
It's crunch time,
Share
playoff
this video.
time, man.
We got people watching this live, but share this because people can come back to this and watch this video. So make sure you guys share it right now. People that are watching this video, share right now. So everybody else can see this video and we can get this content out to everybody else. All right. But we're going to wrap this up. This is it, man. We'll catch y'all next week. Tweez.
Wear your mask.
Sean
One
P.
love.
Always.